Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. That could have got very worrying very quickly, but hey ho. So, today we have Poodle Cam. Mainly because when I set up the camera and just started it working, it automatically went on him, so he decided that he was going to be the center of it, and Poodle Cam was born. So yeah. Let's see. Hello. Hello. You want more attention, as it's Poodle Cam. Okay. I'm going to turn down this music just a tad, I think. Mainly for my sake. It's a bit loud today. Hello. Yes, you want patting. Right, and let's continuing the various campaign options. Hello. Oh, good lord. Okay, yeah. It doesn't do the face tracking on the poodles for some reason. I'm not sure why. It won't do face tracking on you. It doesn't like you. It will look at you. It will say you are the one that it's going to focus on rather than me. But it will not do face tracking. Hello. Okay, that's where we were. That's where I got to with checking it. I paid. It was, yes, about 20 minutes. So I'm gonna. Not sure which one I'm going with. I think it's the one. One. Hello. Hello, everyone. I am gonna deal with this music a bit, just a tad. Hello. Oh, good lord. You like to beat up your papa, don't you? You do. Better for me. So, who we got watching us today? Let's pop out the chat and let's put that here. Go. Quiet. What do you complain about? You got nothing to complain about. You are probably one of the most fussed after puppies in the world. Hello. You're just doing this now to cause fun, aren't you? What are you going to do? Oh, you want a biscuit? Oh, of course. There's a stream on. You think everyone else will help you get a biscuit. I think I should start a policy now that you only get a biscuit if people put something in the chat for you to have a biscuit. But the trouble is, I'm fairly sure and certain you will then find a way to get a lot of biscuits. So I'm not going to start that one, because that would just be bad. That will be bad. You're a very happy poodle. Right then. Poodle Cam. 2K wins for a biscuit. Oh, good lord, the amount of biscuits he gets through. Right then. Let's see what the research is doing. Who do I need to improve relations with? Who am I in trouble? Oh. China's already gone communist. I'm not at war with them. Improve relations. They've not gone communist, they're Republic of China. Okay, that looks more like the communist flag. Oh, he does. Okay. Does anyone remember who I'm fighting? Just a small question. Okay, let's go to the world and just look. I'm all of Germany! Yay! I've got 600 ships. How many everyone I've got? Only 280 of mine are submarines. Politics. Okay, I'd say France has got 291 ships, of which 89 are torpedo boats and 51 are destroyers. Everyone else is a nice also ran. Hang on, I'm talking about. They've got 17 battleships. Goodness me, it's a rerun of World War One. Just in 1908. Right. What am I trying to get? I think I'm trying to... Am I invading Doggerbank? I thought I was. Let's find out what's going on. We need to find out what I'm doing to Germany at this precise time. You can't remember if the war list is longer or shorter than the peace list. No one can. Let's carry on fighting. Ooh, Dunite. Yes, allow them to order those. Yes, allow them to order those. Okay. Where's Conquest? That's it, Conquest. Galapagos Islands. Okay, where do I have a fleet? That, I think, should be enough ships. Seeing as that's two Raleigh class heavy cruisers. Not named for anyone in particular. I can't think who I would name the heavy cruisers for. That's at 40%. We are currently using a lot of our tonnage. Coastal Submarine 2 is quite nice to have. That's all useful. Hull construction is very nice to have, thank you very much. Turret mechanisms. Which one's this looking for? Improved reload mechanism. Yeah, that'll do. So, how is everyone doing today? Or rather, Runon, how are you doing today? I'm also going to apologise because this is being streamed using, well, using Starlink, so hopefully it works. Peace between us and them. Okay. Shall I take all their battleships and scrap them all? Honestly, they're not worth it. I'm building 32 cruisers. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm building and repairing. 32 cruisers. That's the issue. Yeah. Hello. Alright, Nova. Pray for me. For Maryland respects no safety rules on their main highways. Not many American states do. Don't take this the wrong way, but I would say of the systems I have driven in, of various what I would call motorways, interstates, and major highways over the years, some of the American ones are the most interesting, as I'm fairly certain that the rules of the road are survival of the fittest. There again, though, I would still say the scariest road I've ever driven on. The scariest road I've ever driven on. And you would agree with this, but you weren't there. Big fluff. Was the road outside of Toronto where they have... it seemed to be about 8 lanes wide, and they have cars joining from both sides, and they have a special lane in the middle which you're not supposed to use unless you've got passengers, and you've got cars joining and leaving from both sides of the road, and it's just there's no theoretical fast lane. It's just weird. It's just weird. I have no idea why you're getting a triple ad break. What are you up to? You're up to something, aren't you? You thinking the more endearing you look towards chat, the more likely you are to get more biscuits? Would you be so manipulative? No. Ay, caramba. So I was required to send less than 1,000 tons, and I sent nearly 38,000 tons. Yeah. Submarine hulls. Oh, the revenue coordinators of Twitch. Oh, they're just... yeah, they're interesting. One of the things I have set up now is that the beautiful thing of... if I just quickly steal the camera for a second. The beautiful thing of Ko-fi. You should be doing slightly more advertising for me. The reason I'm doing that is because I ended up last night having a long conversation with a friend of mine who does a lot more on YouTube and this sort of stuff than I do. And basically it was kind of a franker point of... if you're devoting all the hours you used to use for Kingston to putting into this, and job applications and writing at the moment, then you've got to make sure you are maximising those hours. And apparently Ko-fi does a lot of the work for you, so it seems sensible. Good boy. Come on. Sleep. Indeed interesting. I'm not surprised we gained control of the Galapagos Islands. There was literally no chance of anything else happening. Ah, the poodle's wandered off. And go back to my ugly mug for a bit. Until he comes back. Actually, no. He's not wandered off that far. Before you think he's wandered far away. There you go. There is the poodle. And the biscuits are up there. Yeah. I have no idea what he's doing. Ronan, I used to think that they crossed the border into Virginia and went mad with all the freedom they was going to. But now, after I'm driving through Maryland, to know they are just built different. I have to say, the real difference I found. Hello! Thank you, Lions. You subscribed for 6 months. Thank you. The real difference I noticed in driving was when we were being driven around Australia. And we were doing some stuff there. And the difference between driving through the country in Australia versus driving through the cities in Australia. Driving through the cities, through the country, it's kind of like... I don't know how to describe it. The countryside is just empty. Right then. Move. Move you to Yarmouth. Let's sort out this fleet slowly. But no, the countryside is sort of... If you've ever driven in some of the areas like Northern Norway, etc., where a lot of the driving is, there are the rules, but there's also a lot of common sense because of the scenario you're in. And that's driving in the Australian outback, is a lot of it's common sense. But then you get into cities, and it's a case of, they have very precise instructions. And we were very good. It's one of those things of, distance-wise, it was helpful to have local drivers there when we were driving the country. But in the cities, it was a case of, we're hiring an Uber because, frankly, we have no fricking idea of how to deal with some of these things. Okay. I've lost a lot of my allies. Okay. Submarines. This is where I start to be very naughty because I want coastal mineland submarines and I want to build a lot of these. So yes, I'm just doing that. So when I next find myself in war, the amount of minefields around me will just start growing exponentially. New Zealand and Repulse. You're going to Sunderland. Because Sunderland can take you. Huge minefields do not stop port attacks, but they do make them more costly. And the thing is, I don't mind things being made costly. If I'm gaining all these ships which were originally being built for other people, I've lost a lot of my allies, haven't I? Oh, frigate, I did lose a lot of my allies. Where have they gone to? And this is because France is in a war with Russia, or something. Well, that's fine by me. Finances, I'm doing okay. Research, I've got the submarine hulls. I fancy boosting my anti-submarine warfare. And I'm not really worried about anything at the moment. I know I've got to start improving my Agincourt class, but, you know, I'll get to that. But, yeah, I am going to have a lot of submarines. Very quickly, my plan is to have a lot of submarines. I'll quite literally have 380 submarines by the time I'm finished building. I'm building currently 116 ships. I have 0 ships in repair, 0 ships in... 1 ship being repaired. And 625 ships inactive. Yeah. I have a feeling I'm going to win this fight, if I have a fight with anyone. No, it's not my shack. It's not my shack. I will be back in my shack. Actually, I'll be back in my shack, and but you won't see me in my shack. Because I am basically to help my mum and sister out with their health. I have driven them down and set them up in Cornwall for a month. And I'm going backwards and forwards and using home as the home base. But I'm going to be, for most Thursdays and Sundays coming up, I'm going to be down here. Basically, put it this way. I can either do the videos from down here, or I really won't be able to do the videos. Because of the way I'll be moving about over next month. And it just seems sensible for them to, because I'm in and out of home so often. There's a lot of people who are sort of... There's a discussion going on between Rune and Random Dale Fan over Philadelphia, I think. Ooh! We found more oil. Pardon me. And where am I going to move that force from Helligand? I'm going to move you to up here. And let's find out on this turn movement. Oh. It's supposed to be zooming in, but it hasn't. So you now have a poodle looking at you. He is watching you. I kind of like having the poodle can for the Twitch streams. Hi, Kevin. Data class question. Given the issues that plague the 5.25s, would a preferable idea be to instead develop the 5.25 to devote more reasonable resources to 4.7 round found on the outclass and develop that into a true dual purpose map, or do the concerns over large destroyers and other navies demand on a heavier shell? Half a dozen of one, 6 of the other is the honest answer. I would myself, the 5-inch dual-purpose gun the British were developing failed. Mainly due to some very, very, very strange issues going on with its design. It's more of a political failure than it is an actual technological failure. Then they go push on the sort of the 5.25 for the 4.7 and the 4.5 route. 4.7 dual purpose kind of gets dropped in the waiver side because it's not as fast. It's not the 4.5 or the 5.25. But basically, if you developed the 4.7, it could have filled in for the 4.5 and the 5.25 and theoretically filled in both. The best way would have been to actually go back and actually fix the 5-inch gun development program, and by that you would have to get rid of some of the political decisions taken at the beginning of it, and that means you're going to have to replace Beatty and Chatfield because they're the ones who really muck around with it. B! A nice fight. B. Oh, the other window. No. 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 You don't go for the doggy on the window. Doggies, other doggies are allowed to be there. I know. There's a tree outside and you think that's your tree. But it's not your tree. It's not. It's not your tree. It's not your tree. It's not your tree. No. Sorry. Doggy just doing what doggy does. But it's my tree. No. Let's see. How much? They have the capacity to take 50,000 tons there. And so I could move ships. Yarmouth doesn't have enough. I'm going to that. Yes, there was another doggy sniffing his tree. You know, it's terrible. Terrible. Do you realise that other dog sniffed his tree? Just wrong, isn't it, Raleigh? It's completely wrong. You don't sniff another dog's tree. You just don't. It's courtesy of it. He's now gone off to the... Excuse me a second. That cheeky thing had gone off to woof at someone to woof from another window. We don't do that in this house. Ooh. Lucky Germany and Egypt. Okay. Wales. Um, I do find it interesting when it gets very, very unhistorical. So I need 4,000 tons. I'm selling a lot more data than that. That's dealt with. You need... Why do I suddenly have these issues all across my empire? This is just annoying. And very unlike me. I'm making sure I have enough ships coming. I'm not sure whether I have enough ships coming, but I think we'll check. So, yeah, I want 168,000 tons. They've risen in rebellion. I've built a few destroyers. Not all Russia currently. Let's move all this fleet over to there. Because that's another few thousand tons of ships. They're going that way. That's good. Do you think I'm sending enough ships, or do you think I should try and send more? Run. Goes in the fridge to get last night's last 330ml can of Iron Brew. Finds that I drank it last night while running D&D. Well, if it isn't the consequence of my own actions, it's terrible when that happens to you. It is terrible when that happens to you. Although I am facing the consequence of my own actions because I have Iron Brew, but I do not have a glass to drink it from, so I'll be back in a second. There is an advantage to actually being in a building which does have a sink and cupboard and things. Does help. Because otherwise I'd just be drinking from the bottle in front of you all. Fudge, why am I suddenly getting all of this in 1909? What is happening? Let's see. Well, I don't see how that's only 34% chance to succeed. I'm not sure what's happening here and why this is going quite so nuts, but the game still seems to be going completely nutty insane. Oh, unrest has got massive. How did I allow unrest to get to that level? What happened? Because I've been controlling unrest up to this point quite well. So what happened to the unrest? So why did the unrest jump? Let's go. This is going to sound... I'm not playing an Iron Man, so I don't really care. Let's go back to... Next to the main menu. Yes. And let's have a look at this, because they just put through a thing, which has updated it. Continue campaign. Oh, they've updated that save. Well, I'll go to that one then. Because I want to find out what's going on here. Emphasis development on T development. I'm not sure what's going on. Let's go to a different saving and just see and find out where the unrest came from. Unrest is pretty darn high. So... I'm cancelling the alliance with the French. Because that's what caused my issues last time. We are winning the war with the Germans. the unrest? What can I do to bring down unrest? Oh, that's okay. So unrest is my problem. I usually do quite well managing unrest, but I seem to have mucked up. Well, how am I getting along with build 1.4? Well, let's put it this way. Other than deleting what was my previous campaign, and changing a lot of the dynamics for the stability of smaller ships, which has caused me a lot of annoying. A lot of annoyment. Ah, well, the French alliance is going to cause us trouble. I will tell you that for free. But let's try and get everything down. Ah yes, renowns have started coming into existence. Some of the largest battleships in the world. Cute. That was what I did different. I experienced EC last time, after we finished last Sunday. What I did was I spent a few minutes playing and I did it count with this. As my new battleship. And I thought I could build these and get rid of all my old sovereign style battleships, basically. Because look at those. 6-inch 49s. 13.5-inch 43s. 18 3-inch 37s. It's a well-designed ship. It really is. Can I get this up a bit? if I take it down to 27. Oh, that gives me... that. Guarantees 27. That's quite a nice redesign, really, because that just has upgraded quite a lot of our protection. Gives us a 9,000 kilometer range. Yeah, I'm going to save that. Maybe we'll design, but it's a duty job it was built for. That's an interesting question. That's honestly what a lot of the key ships is going into. And it's kind of interesting because the Keyship Series 7, which I'm just putting together, Ship 4 is Sharnos and Eisenhower. And the thing is, they are battleships. That's the thing, it's the same with the Dunkirks, they're battleships. They're not battle cruisers. They are built and scoped out as battleships. They're just built as battleships to the best of the ability of the French and the German infrastructure at the time. And that means, compared to what everyone else is building, they don't necessarily fit the mold of what you expect a battleship in the late 1930s to be. I've exceeded my building capacity. Yes, I have exceeded my building capacity. But the thing is, I exceeded my building capacity mostly through Allied orders. And I don't turn them down, mainly because, in my experience, whenever I turn down Allied orders, they stop being my allies, and that's annoying for me at the moment. It's something you can't say to an ally, no, and get away with it. Let's not fight that one. Currently I'm building a lot of battleships and a lot of cruisers. And repairing a lot of ships. But not all those ships are for me. And I'm still making plenty of profit. And unrest is going down at this precise time. I'm still not sure why unrest got to so high so quickly in the previous one. I've got to get unrest down lower. Do you know what I mean? Unfortunately, you can't prioritise your shipbuilding over theirs. I'll build you a battleship, it'll take 3 years, not 2. Yeah, I think that's a whole metric they need to add into the game, but it's going to take a while to get it. Hi, Paul. Voyager's starting at 3, but so I set an alarm for them. Oh, don't worry. I don't know when. Let's put it this way. I will say this now: the Twitch streams will be a little bit fluid on their starting times because of me travelling all sorts of places at the moment for next month. Because I'm doing all sorts of. Okay. New Zealand and Repulse are involved in a fight. With... Oh, this is not going to be fun. Let's fight this battle. Let's just fight this. Let's do this battle. And I'm going to do this properly. I've got New Zealand as my hunting tool. Oh, this is not going to be a good battle for anyone. I wish they were both battleships like that, but they're not. Just restrict them to 16 knots. New Zealand has been damaged by a previous fight, but she's quite well armed. She is a dreadnought battleship. She has 15 inches of armour in places. Oh, frigate. Who just entered her firing line? Ah, yes. The German battleship. You two have very similar 12-inch guns. Okay, I think one hit... oh, yeah. One hit just disabled both engines and flooded this cruiser. At least I hope it's a cruiser, because if it's not a cruiser, there's something bad has happened. Do you think they even know where I am? That does look... That's a cruiser, that's gotta be a cruiser. I think the Repulse, I am detaching you on your own cognizance. You do 15 knots. You up to 18 knots. New Zealand, we're going this way. Yes, I know. You're damaged. That's right. Difficult. Does the penalty at delivering new builds not exceed the time taken to build at the pace keeping you in capacity? Not really. At the moment, the penalty really doesn't matter me much, and it doesn't really delay me. And also the fact is, I'm ordering these ships not because I need them now, but because I'm going to need them in about 4 or 5 years. So I've just ordered them and they'll come in. That's the thing. I don't do the whole ordering or designing to fit the scenario. I build my ships to fit my way of fighting a war within the historical context. And I basically, therefore, ignore everything else. It's like for the last few years, Agincourts, my battleships have basically been Agincourts, and this has been the class. As you can see, they have 6-inch guns super firing up there. They do have wing turrets, they do have 12-inch guns, but they have 6-inch turrets down there. So they're basically Dreadnought-style pre-Dreadnoughts in a way, in their sort of layout. And the reason for that is because most of the opponents I'm fighting are pre-Dreadnoughts. And also the 6-inch guns help me with dealing with other threats. The Renowns, their advantage is going to be the 3-inch guns, because that's going to enable them to deal with any of the how do I put this politely? Torpedo boats, which are proliferating everywhere, and that seem to be going to be more of a problem as the years go on. I'm hoping I can divide their firing and positioning and basically force them to sit between me and repulse, which I think I will do because of the way they're maneuvering. I am taking some liberties because this is to New Zealand, and therefore I feel fairly safe in chucking her around with such a name. But, you know, it's like that sometimes. And I have to say, I'm also considering that this gentleman, well, the Stier, is going to be in a lot of trouble, because that's got 6-inch guns, which is lovely, it's a big one, but it's a cruiser, and it's facing off against a Dreadnought-style battleship. Without any support close in. Because I've sunk all your support. You're in trouble, aren't you? You have the biggest, heaviest guns of anyone here in terms of inch size. 13.8, but they are 13.8, 31 cals. That's just not good for you. Really not good for you. Oh, that was not good. Who took their battleship into the middle of my battleships? Because that was just not sensible. I had to do some really weird maneuvering. But you quite literally have been just caught in the crossfire. The thing is, didn't just take their battleship into this. They took everything into this. That's just really not good. Now, I'm testing out stuff with Kofi. You might have seen it, that appears in the stream. I've had to do two things. One, I visited Asda today, and I found out that technically £3 no longer buys 2 bottles of Iron Brew, even in Cornwall. Oh, you think your sensible idea is to go chasing after Repulse, which has 3-inch and 6-inch guns all over the place. Oh, you poor thing. Yeah, you guys are not getting anywhere near Repulse. She's got New Zealand coming in like the avenging angel of I'm not sure what, but she's decided you're hers. We've been over this before. You are a light cruiser. You have 6-inch guns. You're not designed to fight that. Yes, but basically, so I had to do some things. I've spent last night and this morning in response to a lot of chats doing a load of admin on stuff. So things might change. That Kofi's supposed to be slightly more active, and Patreon's supposed to be slightly more active, and all the things that are supposed to be going, hello, this is how you do this, so I don't have to keep saying this is how you do this, because... Has anyone here also seen Sal on What's Going On with Shipping channel? And the way he ends a video. And it's just so professional and so polished in terms of how to support the channel, etc. and all these things. And I listen to that, and I try my own version of that spiel, and I just can't get through it. It's just... I just don't know what I should do. I should do, but I can't. Unrest is down at 7.7. How did I get Unrest down so low? Because I keep winning battles, probably. Achilles light cruiser versus a Berlin class light cruiser. That's got 12 4-inch guns. That's got 4 6-inch, 6 4-inch. Let's see what happens. Draw. A Brisbane class. That doesn't look like a good option to me. Oh, the Duke of Edinburgh. Chester. Indefatigable. On here. This is a Shan horse. That's got... Let's avoid those. Finance is doing okay, but... Oh, frigate, what's happened to shipbuilding capacity? How's research doing? None of the things I want to be focusing on are being focused on. So how's everyone else doing today? How are you all doing? Current viewer locations. We have Netherlands, we have UK, and we have USA. What's going on with shipping? Yeah. What is going on with shipping? Sal's YouTube channel. It's a good one. And he's got, I think, nearly 150,000 subscribers. It's, I have to say, it's I keep trying to learn and improve my content and get it better. And I think I'm getting there. But I do have this thing of having some friends who are absolute natural superstars at it. And watching them and going... I'm lucky to be friends with you, because this makes my life a lot easier, because I just look at what you guys are doing and think about how it can be applied through my methodology. I don't want to be anyone's ally at the moment. Don't want to be anyone's ally. How did we lose? How did we lose? Let's go see which ships we have which are set at low crew for some reason. Temeraire is now repairing in Heligoland. Okay, that's good. Right, my 32 heavy cruisers are now built. I have 3 battleships, a light cruiser and 3 destroyers on the repair. A suggestion might help is try doing some videos for your friends on their channel as well. No. Again, that always feels like butting in. I don't mind if I'm invited, but I don't invite myself. I'm always happy to go on Woody's channel for World War II TV or whatever, or all the other channels when I'm invited. I'm always happy to go.
but I don't invite myself. I'm going to take out the light cruisers. I'm going to send those because, let's be honest, that force they're each roughly 1,000 crews, so I need to send them no more than 4,000 crews to reinforce them. That should do. Hang on, well, I've gone up to 40 unrest. What made the massive jump? Not fighting the battles is making a jump. They've now linked, so if you avoid the battles, your unrest jumps. Okay. Much out. Welded and not cheap work source with oxyacetylene torch yesterday. Okay. Let's do this. I know you didn't mean that line sort of forcing another jumps, but it's the trouble. It's trying to arrange that sort of stuff does basically involve, you know, it's the whole thing of how do you go about it? It is a good way to get exposure. It's a sensible one to do. How to say, I've also been sort of it's gonna sound strange, but I like doing things a certain way I do them on my channel because I think that represents the topic the best in the way I do it and the way I work. But I do know some people don't like it's like some things which I've been trained to do as a lecturer, taking pauses, etc., to allow students to catch up because they're making notes, etc. I do without even thinking about it. And then people go, "Oh, well, I don't like it because you take pauses and you sometimes have a drink and all these things." And I've spent so many years being trained to do the lecturing thing and to do it without even thinking about it, that I don't even think about the fact that I'm doing that. I just do that because that's what you do. You take a break to give them a chance to catch up. Tone 27s. Those do not like the Flag 37 cars, but this does look like a very much a German-designed pre-dreadnought, doesn't it? It really does. I mean, look at those guns. That layout is pure German Navy this period. Admittedly, it's not firing back, so, you know. I need the pauses to let my mind adjust what Dr. Clark has explained. It's very nice of you to say. But it's the thing. I sometimes I look through the comments on videos and I see the stuff and I go... Most of the time I just think, well, go find another channel which does it the way you like it. Especially on some of the things. But other times I'm sitting there thinking, yeah, I can no more change that about myself than I can change my hair colour. Well, rather, so I could change my hair colour, but then I'd have to go for a lot of faff of dyeing it and doing all those things. It's just not going to be something I'd do. Because... I suppose it is appropriate now. I'd have to reteach myself the entire thing of how to lecture. And the thing is, then I worry that it would affect when I'm lecturing. And I do have to do those things. So far, it's not fired back once. We haven't hit them though yet, which is annoying. Now we're getting into fire range, but notice again, their 4 main guns are getting into range. Their secondary turret isn't. At some point. And the thing is, they're going to be at extreme range for their guns. We're going to be quite well within the range of my guns. Which is why they're getting closer. Oh, the 6-inch guns are starting to pick up. At this point, they're going to end up in 3-inch range before they fired a shot. They do end up in 3-inch range before a shot. This is going to be worrying. I need some of those 12-inch shells to start connecting. I'm not even sure what that means, Jonathan Moon. The whole cryptocrass yourself. Some people do it on a computer digitally and sort of with all the various filters. I look at that and go, yeah, that's That's a lot of effort. Gene editing. Ah! That seems even more effort. At some point, you'd expect you have to fire enough shells, you'd actually hit something. Oh, that would explain why. Let's just do that. I do agree with you sailing away from them, I do. I have to say, you both are terrible at hitting any target. Your stability matrices must be absolutely atrocious. This is just getting embarrassing for all involved, isn't it? Make gene editing is changing clothes. Oh, we hit them! Oh, after all that, they turned out to have a real glass drill. Oh my. That's embarrassing. Embarrassing for both sides, honestly. I'm not sure who'd be more embarrassed for. Myself, after firing many salvos. King George V, you and I are going to have a long conversation. Although, how are ships called King George V in this period when there hasn't even been a King George V at this point? And is there? It's 99. Just. Let's go to the submarine one. That should be able to fit there. Let's go to convoy. I want to ignore that one. So submarines. Build. Actually, I won't build those for a bit. I will get more of my ships actually built. What am I waiting for on the construction line? I'm waiting for the battleships, which are roughly 30 months away. They're fine. That's fine for me, because they're going to take roughly 3 years to be in service. That's fine. Pairing. They're all commissioning. Once they're commissioned, I am officially good on the heavy cruiser front, and I have enough heavy cruisers to really do some nasty damage to anyone. In fact, my heavy cruisers can mostly fight most people's pre-dreadnoughts, to use that terminology. Jonathan Moon, don't take it the wrong way, but have you been listening to Garius, the Brit? Because that sounds like something he'd have said at about 11:30 at night in a certain pub in a very interesting pub / hotel in Sydney. In that we found him, and it wasn't the one he was staying in. No, he'd wandered into, I suppose you'd call it the Chinatown section of Sydney. And he found this place which serves some really interesting food, really good food, really nice Chinese and Asian food. Although I did get to see one of my colleagues, he went into a Chinese restaurant. This is a Chinese restaurant, Chinese hotel, a Chinese sort of food, hotel and bar, you know, but Korean owned. And ordered, rather, Korean owned and very K-pop infused, I'd have to say in some regards. And ordered lasagna. So I'm not quite sure how. Let's run this battle. Sankt George. Sankt George. So. Let's see what happens to these destroyers. I have them running at full speed. Your whole killing weapon is a torpedo. If you're not getting in within 3 kilometers of it, you are wasting your time. Keeping at range, you are the very things which do need to get close. That's why I have you on high speed. Get in close and fire those frigating torpedoes. I don't understand this AI. It wants its battleships to charge into battle as close as possible, and then its destroyers, it's going, yeah, let's keep the destroyers off. You're in torpedo range. Aggressively fire torpedoes. Fire torpedoes! Fire! Literally! You! Did you at least fire your torpedoes at him? No, you didn't. Ugh. This is just so embarrassing. Seriously, a little bit more aggression from the destroyers. I need to improve my destroyers, don't I? The odds of me getting a kill with this this ship is entirely dependent on me getting a lot of torpedoes into it. Yeah, we lost. That was embarrassing. I need longer range torpedoes than I need faster torpedoes. Okay, I'm trying to pass some ships between these two task groups over here. Not really going to plan. We'll leave them blockading. That's fine. Okay, let's see what can we do. Who do I need to improve relations with quickly? If there's anyone I need to worry about. I could do it on China, but frankly I'm less worried about China than I am. Let's make some better friends with America. That's it. I don't see much. Ah, there's the chat. Sorry if I stopped responding to the chat, but it didn't seem too much anything coming through for a second, and now it's come through. Okay, so that's just the chat being the chat. Okay. The YouTube occasionally does weird things with the chat. Twitch just seems to sometimes be slow in delivering them. Oh, I agree to a peace treaty. Right then, so what is driving up unrest? What is driving up unrest? Because unrest has now reached 52. So what is driving up unrest? Transport capacity is great. Crew training's fine, that's all fine. Monthly balance is okay. Why is it distrustful? Let's go through the fleet and let's get rid of some of the older ships and see if that helps. So control. They're all Agincourt, so they're fine. Defender of Agincourt free still. A lot of cruisers. Let's get rid of some of our Brisbane ones, I think. We've got Swallow and Swift Star Destroyers. They're mostly okay. Small, tiny. Right. Why is unrest so high? Naval prestige is good. Why is unrest so high? Wasn't me, or just has Twitch just had a... Twitch could have done. I am doing this through various things, so... Not sure. But I will say this. Weather outside is looking fairly decent. Yeah. Very nice, hello. And the fluff is down, actually hidden behind me at the moment. Your chat just reset. Oh, it's the Essex class. Raleigh class. Why is the chat reset? That's weird. It has. I've seen it. I've just seen it myself. So we have Warrior. Warrior is a Raleigh class. They're very cool and have been upgraded many times. Donegal is of the new Essex class. Not as much in the way of secondaries really, but a lot of 3 inches there. No 6-inch guns. So honestly, these two are a very good complement for each other. Let's see, what should we do? Donegal and Warrior, what should we do here? That's only got a torpedo range of 1 kilometer. Now, honestly, we can't run because of the light cruisers, so we can't break contact enough. So, we have to fight. And the thing is, it's probably better not to fight a battleship with 2 armoured cruisers. Certainly not what my armoured cruisers are really designed around, but my armoured cruisers do have 11-inch guns for a reason. Because whilst I didn't design them with the purpose and the idea of them being a second line in a battle line, I did design them with the scenario that they could, on distant stations, find themselves matching up against battleships procured by minor powers, and I wasn't going to have my armor cruisers completely outmatched. Yeah, I don't think this cruises around for long. Not sure where my... Aren't you supposed to be, screening them? Look at that rain of 3-inch gunfire. It's basically constantly being peppered by 3-inch shells. And that does have an impact. It's also constantly trying to fire its 1.8-inch gun shells at them. Bussard is, I think, out of this fight. So that's the 2 light cruisers down. Bussard could make it. Could make it. The odds are not in our favour though. I don't like her still being alive because she draws fire from the battleship. And honestly, if she's gone, then the battleship's going to be going, oh, frigate, I'm all alone. Yes, I think Bussard is trying to get away. She's trying to get away. If you were a more sensible ship, you do this. Yeah. You go on to auto. Okay, let's go find out what you guys are doing. Come on, ladies. Come on, my ships. Right then. Let's see what we can do. Good luck, Jonathan Moon. Enjoy the Formula 1. Now... they have one light cruiser sinking. They have one battleship trying to run away. And running away quite successfully, I have to admit. They do. We'll see what happens to this one. Feels like my wayward family have returned. They've been out adventuring. Hmm?
She's stuck.
Oh. If you don't mind, I'm going to be very naughty. I'm going to leave this to the AI and hope it doesn't get everything killed. But I'm going to go help my mum quickly get up the steps. Because she appears to be having trouble with it today. Would you do me a favour, old boy? Will you keep an eye on everything for me and make sure the chat is well watched and make sure that this battle goes to plan, okay? I'm trusting you. Raleigh, you're named for a naval officer. Well, sort of naval officer, adventurer and mildly competent commander. Do your best. I have faith in you and your poodleness. Have you done well? Has your command gone well, Raleigh? Have you been listening to the chat? He would eat all the available biscuits. Hello, we're back. Sorry. There's a... I know. I sorted out Mummy's problem. Mum's arthritis was playing up a bit today, and she decided to try and go up the steep steps because they're quicker to get in than going up the normal steps. The other steps and sort of in a different part of the house because it's quicker to get in and it's quicker to get to where she wanted to go. And so she went up those steps and she got stuck on them basically. Arthritis is not fun, is it? No, it's not. Well, you didn't lose any ships in while you were in charge. You know, you have to say, you've done better than the AI does on these occasions. You think you deserve biscuits for it. Okay. Alright. Alright. How was, were your faithful flag officers, flag lieutenants? Were they helpful? They were. The flag lieutenants were helpful. That's good. Now I'm gonna get told off by people in the comment section again, going, "I feed you too many biscuits." That was going to be very hard to win in terms of sinking that battleship. Okay. So please note, this will not worry Warali, our erstwhile canine commander of no forces, but here is my point. The Imperial Alexander II class were a pair of battleships that were built for the Imperial Russian Navy during 1885 to 1891. Construction was very prolonged, and these ships of 9,952 tons were virtually obsolete when completed, mainly because their very slow speed of 15 knots and their weak main armament. They had only one turret of two 12-inch guns, accompanied by numerous secondary guns of small caliber. They are coastal defense battleships. Paul Gomez, biscuits are fine if your dog is fit and healthy. When you're overweight, it's a different matter. I can agree with that one. Although, in his case, well, he's always bouncing around the place. I know you're seeing him quite sedentary at the moment, but that's because there's a huge bed for him to lie on, and it's within patting range. It's going to sound strange, but this is not normal. If this is not a bed and he's not in patting range, then he's not as sedentary as this. If there's a bed and he's in patting range, well, you know, things are different then, aren't they? Let's fight this battle. Oh, I'm going to fight this battle. It's going to be painful for them. I'll probably finish at about 5 today. I'm not sure how long I've been on it. One torpedo boat, one destroyer. Oh, they're both Agincourt class. Oh. This is not nice. This is pretty much as evil as I get. Let's go get some victories. Shoot info out. So when I see it, I'll see it. It's a nighttime fight. Not sure if that even counts as a battle. Two heavily armed super dreadnoughts in their own ways run into a torpedo boat and destroy. I suppose it was that night. No. Yes for Canada. Yes for Indonesia. No, you can't have those. A whole load of heavy cruisers and destroyers are going to be turning up. Should be enough to deal with the issues there. As for India, oh, I need a lot of tonnage there. That's roughly 60,000 tons. That's another 70,000 tons. That's another 30,000 tons. That's another 90,000 tons. Another 30,000 tons. That should be enough. Right, let's go to submarine. Fight. Ambush. Draw. Unrest is still too high as far as I'm concerned. That should reduce this pressure on Heligoland enough. And let's go to politics. I want to make things a little bit less stressful for people, so I've got. There's nothing I can do about Spain. Russia and China are the two I have a chance with. Leave torpedo sizes a designer that are going there. What do I fancy? Mines, always tempting. Shells. Gun layout. Shells, I think. I'm glad you're doing well, Paul. Poodle cam. I want more than 84% chance to succeed there. I want that guaranteed. I don't like losing anything if I can avoid it. Already got chance to succeed 99% there, but I've got even more tonnage coming in. Basically, I have fleets coming. I do wish they would allow you to declare war on minor powers. And because I think, honestly, you'd have more chance of declaring war on a minor power and suggesting declaring war on a minor power as a military leader than you would on a major power. Major power governments tend to be sort of far more, controlled. And by the way, this is one of the flag lieutenants that was assisting Raleigh earlier. Also, you haven't spotted it. These are very cool little things to get this year. I'm not sure if it's new this year. I haven't spotted them before, and it's made of wood. So it's on a metal chain, but it's made of wood, which makes it very nice little thing to have. Let's see what's in this battle. Oh. Oh, that's just not good. This is just not so good. This is terrible. Okay. Let's do this battle. And let's do this nicely. Sending back to places after a conflict takes ages. Yes, it does. I tend to just turn them into one massive fleet that I move around from crisis to crisis. So, you think, because you have a battleship and 4 light cruisers, you have a chance versus HMS New Zealand? And I suppose because it's foggy. I don't think you do. I don't think you brought enough firepower with you to fight this battle. That could well be the battleship. I think you're pretty much going to be down 2 light cruisers very shortly. Yeah, you're down 2 light cruisers already. And we're just carrying on. I have got to write a little code for that to make the old spot camera follow the poodle, haven't I? Take care, Lions. Enjoy taking the fluff out. Advantage of where I am at the moment. Fluffs go for walk in big fields. I'm not sure. Yeah, that. Okay. New Zealand. This is just a bit cruel at this point, but carry on. This is very cruel, isn't this? I am just about to sail. I'm just about to do the thing I just told a battleship commander not to do earlier. When they were the German battleship, not sail between the two British ships. Admittedly, those two ships were New Zealand and a battleship. Now I'm changing from screening to scouting. Yeah, Alsace is not going to be around for long, is she? Oh no, her guns are just gone. She's now gone. She is gone. True. Barbettes are advantageous. Unrest is down to 26.8. I've won some victories. Everyone seems to be happy. Who do I improve relations with next? Well, who do I invade next? Oh, frigate, I already have the tonnage in that region. Oh, sugar. And I can send more. A lot more. You're going to join me this evening here? Your basic view is if it avoids Strictly Come Dancing, you'll be here, won't you? Yes, you will. Good boy. I agree to peace treaties. No, I want to build my own ships around. How is that a draw? So basically my plan is to send every single ship I have in the entire area to this invasion. Basically, I'm sending everything because if I send it all, I might have a chance of winning it. And if I win this, well, things get very interesting very quickly. It's so important. I'm actually tempted to move all of you from over there to over here. See what sort of research we got left. Ooh, maneuver warfare, mines, big guns, gun out, all that's available. Gonna wait till I'm through more of those, and then I'm going to start making favourites. You forgot your notes you're working on. That is annoying, Leslie. That is really, really annoying. Lots of meetings taking place. Why, when we're fighting a war, are people having so many meetings? I don't know. Oh, one of those meetings involves Agincourt and Montague. My two Agincourt class battleships. Having a fight with someone. This is not going to be good for them. That's one of those classic things of actually a fairly decent and sensible idea, but actually completely terribly executed. Because in the end, there weren't enough people between the people who had the ideas and the people who were executing the ideas to actually manage it. I've done a video about this on my YouTube channel, but basically, the sensible idea would have been to land troops at the same time as you show up with ships, so you had them together and have some of, especially the pre-dreadnoughts, fitted out so that they had their entire, they could be sort of have their bow sections full of cork and had been sealed up so they could act as sort of mine clearance ships in a way. And, you know, be designed to be as buoyant as possible so that, and a minimal crew going through at the front. And you could have pushed your way through. If you'd done that all in one operation, which wouldn't have been impossible for the British to do, instead of showing the Ottomans that where they were weak and then turning up with troops, and then causing all sorts, and then hesitating because of losses, it would have been far more successful. Any smoke is spotted. Head towards the smoke. Head towards the smoke. They are a light cruiser and a torpedo boat. They are about to get bushwhacked. Absolutely bushwhacked. It's an interesting framing illustration plan, I have to admit, on these ships. And I would like the ability to add ballast, etc. to stabilize them, rather than having to use armor for it. Now, Chiro was a very interesting ship. Top speed of 19 knots. It always amazes me how... Oh, we've rolled that one. Victory! Oh, this is nice. Let's see, we've got Ramillies, Commonwealth. These are going to be irresistible class, aren't they? Fight. Let's Commander's battle. I can understand why they were running away. This is a battle which, frankly, the Germans should never accept. There is no scenario in which this is a good battle for them. Why would you do that, Minotaur? This is... could be interesting. Could be very interesting. Oh, good lord. You two, keep on. Ah, don't bash into Cornwall. Oh, thank God, Lord. Don't bash into Cornwall. No, no. Don't bash into Nelson either. That was a disturbing spurt of speed from Nelson. I'm not sure how they did that. But yeah, you are all just coming forward. The rest can do what they want to do, but you two are going in to engage. We don't want them to escape again. Enjoy the Formula One, Leslie. I'll be finishing in roughly 5 minutes. When this battle's over is probably when I'm going to finish. Unless this is over very, very quickly, in which case I'll probably do a couple of things more. Hopefully see you all for brew ships later. They do appear to be sensibly trying to run away. Sensibly trying to run away. I think this destroyer is identifying it. But yeah, that's what happens when you get caught by a 12-inch shell. That's just not nice. It's really not nice. Let's do this battle. Let's make sure the Germans are sinking. The Anpratia Maria class. The sort of light dreadnoughts the Russians built. It's kind of weird because they are, in a way, more heavily armoured. But they're also very much Black Sea ships. And in some of their framing, they're actually more lightly constructed than the Gangans. Which makes them interesting. Right. Let's change them to Scout. Should they're on avoid torpedo. And tell them to go to full speed. Let's see what happens. Yeah, that's not a good ship to be fighting this battle in. I thought you were supposed to be scouting. So, with the four of them scouting, there's no real way this can run away, is there? In fact, I think it's going to be gone very quickly. Okay, there is really not much left of this ship. Really not much left of it. North Carolinas were good ships. Yeah, it's almost as if they had plans in place for modifying them. No. Well, that's okay. And naval invasion, how's that looking? Chance to succeed 65%. A lot of coastal airships. A lot of coastal submarines. I know. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Auto Fight has some very strange results. It always does. And see you later for British ships, won't we? We will do. Doodles. Doodles. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Leslie. Thank you, Runon. Thank you, Random Dale fan. Thank you, everyone who's been here chatting away. Hope you had a nice time. Thank you, Jonathan Moon and DeepyCat. And thank you, Lions. And I know there was someone else. Has the reset lost it? Thank you, Killabin. Thank you very much, everyone. Take care, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you later. Thank you, Raiden, a Random Dale fan.